We're hunting for whiting at Curl Beach. Hi, my name's Roger Osborne, and in this video I'm picking up my good mate Loza and we're heading down to Curl Beach. We had a great fish at North Narrabeen and caught some beautiful whiting, so make sure that you check out that video. But today we're going to use two different baits, nippers and worms, and we're going to show you what we're doing and explain everything. So just going to go and get Loza now. So here we are, Loz.
Yep.
We haven't fished this beach for a long time. Well, have you ever fished this beach?
I can't say that I had, actually. It should be interesting.
It's low tide right now. Actually, it's probably about an hour after low tide. And me and my good mate Loza are going to have a bit of a go. We've got some yabbies and some fresh beach worms. So we're going to head on down here. Let's get into it, Loz.
Let's give it a crack. Oh yeah, that looks all right.
It's pretty busy. There's a lot of people in the water. Look, quite a few surfers over at that end. Guys swimming down there. There is someone fishing over to the right, but plenty of room. So I reckon we just go here. We're going to get a bit of drift from left to right.
Yeah, I can tell straight away I'm going to have to put a heavier sinker on straight up.
Yeah, yours is pretty light. I think that we're not going to want to cast out too far either.
No.
We're just going to fish in this little trough here.
Yeah.
You can see that there's a bit of a hole just here in front of me and Laurie. It's quite pronounced, even though it's low tide. And we had a look at a couple of beaches and they were just rubbish. Just complete closeouts, shore dumps, no features. This beach had the best looking water that had possibilities, so...
It does look good, but it's moving pretty fast. I'm going to have to re-rig this straight up with a better sinker.
Yeah. All right, let's get set up, Loz.
Okay.
I'm going to refresh these yabbies.
Righto. I'll change my rig while you do that.
I'm going to give them a bit of a drink. You can't always fish where you want to. Narrabeen Beach today had huge waves and was not fishable. It is good to try different locations and compare one place with another. I know that this is a good fishing beach for all beach species, so it's certainly worth having a go. So I caught a few yabbies earlier because we are going to fish with worms and yabbies. And I have had an aerator running in the back of my car with the yabbies, but now I can get some lovely fresh salt water, which will really invigorate them. They will absolutely love it. Maybe I'll get just a little bit more of that sand out of there. All right, here we go. You can see I've got some lovely yabbies there, swirling around from all... Look, they're loving that fresh water. They think, my goodness, I feel much better now. But soon they will be meeting their destiny. So I'm into it straight away, buddy.
Go for it.
I'm going to start up with the yabby first, I think. I have this little yabby here. He's just medium size, he's not massive. And when I put him on this long shank hook, I'm going to thread it through his behind. Really thread it on like a worm. The yabby's put out of his misery fairly quickly. And then I'm going to do a half hitch around the top of the yabby to hold it in place. So really it's sitting on my hook just like that. And now he's going to go out and he's going to go in search of a whiting or a brim. That wind is fairly strong. No nibbles yet. It's a typical busy day down on the beach. It's not what I'm accustomed to down on the south coast. It's a lot quieter down there. How you going there, Laurie? How you going there, mate?
Going well. It's just taking time. The wind is playing havoc with this light line.
I haven't felt anything yet.
Not yet? Give it a minute. You'll get it.
That star sinker's holding in pretty well. What I'm thinking is I've thrown out a yabby. I didn't throw it out too far, just over the lip and into the deep water. Just waiting to see if I get any response to that. I'll try that for a little while, but because we've got beach worms as well, I know that I can put a bit more effort into my cast with a beach worm, and I might like to try casting a bit further out. So when I put a worm bait on, I can cast my line out. It's very, very aerodynamic, and I can cast it out a little bit further. I think Laurie's got a yabby on as well. We're both fishing pretty light. Today, Laurie and I are both using similar outfits. They are light beach fishing setups with a light whippy rod and relatively small spinning reels, around the 4,000 size. Laurie has 10-pound line, which is pretty light, and then he's using a 10-pound fluorocarbon leader. I've actually got a slightly heavier line on my reel. I have 15-pound line as the main line, but I'm also using a 10-pound fluorocarbon leader. We're both using worm hooks and star sinkers, not too heavy because we're not casting out a long distance. But if we wanted to put in a slightly bigger cast and get maybe off the edge of that sandbar, on the other side of this little gutter here, you know where the sandbar starts out there, where the wash is coming over the edge? If we put a worm on, you can put more effort into the cast. It'll stay on the hook better, and it's more aerodynamic. It's going to get out there a bit. It
will. I'll have to put a heavy sinker on to get there.
Yeah.
Well, to hold there, I should say. I'll get there easy, but to hold there.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, anyway, that's just what's going through my brain.
Okay. You're getting washed all over the place.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You have a little star sinker on?
There is.
Yeah.
First of all, I felt the current pulling it, then it's just gone loose. And I'm thinking, what's it doing? Oh, there it is. Now I can feel it. Tail bottom. No. I'm going to need a heavy sinker.
Did you increase the size of your sinker before?
I think so. Did I?
Did you?
No, I left it on just to see.
Okay. So, Laurie, where we, you and I, we went and pulled a couple of worms.
Yep.
At Narrabeen. Wasn't many worms there on this occasion. Not that we weren't for very long, hey?
Nah,
what,
well...
20 minutes?
Yeah. What did we get? 15?
Yeah, maybe 15
Something
worms.
like that. That was small.
In a short period of time, but because we've got the yabbies, we kind of got a bit of both.
Yeah, there you go, bang bang. You see that?
Is that a bite?
Yeah, I did. I've probably lost my yabby. That was a bite. It was like brrr.
Okay.
Didn't hook up though.
Might be worth checking.
Yeah, I'll check it.
Yeah,
Yep.
You got no bait.
I've been had. Okay.
I might check mine as well, Laurie.
Well, it's pretty clear yabbies work.
So my yabby's still there. It's been mangled, washed around a little bit. Looks like the half hitch has come undone, so I'm going to just do that again. Try and hold that up on the hook. And I'll just go and cast near Laurie. Okay, Loz, so you definitely got a bite. If
Oh,
you
yeah,
lost the bait. I still had my yabby on there.
Okay.
I've gone a little bit further out, but I won't get in your way. Just going to kind of, because you're right, I might get on this side of you actually. But I do have that heavier star sinker on. So, what weight main line have you got on your reel?
I think this is 9 pound.
Okay, so
Can't be sure, but I think it is.
So that's pretty light for
Very light.
in the surf, isn't it?
Oh yeah, but the rod is so whippy and the clutches are so loose, it's, you know, I won't, a brim will take me and take me right out the back of the waves, but that's okay, I'll get him back. provided he doesn't try and bite me off.
But, you know, with light line like that, generally, if there's anything out there, you're going to get a bite, aren't you?
Well, I'm hoping that's the case. Someone's got to show you up.
Well, you show me up all the time, Laurie.
Oh, well. Practice,
I
Rog.
think we're probably...
Plenty of it.
This wind has got a bit of bite to it, hasn't it?
It's strong enough. Oh, I felt one bang, but it might have been a shell rolling along, I don't know.
Yeah, well, sometimes
Something.
the sinker, you know,
Yeah.
goes over and over.
I'm not out very fast, so
Yeah, you're right. You're just, which is a good spot.
just on the edge.
Just on the edge, just there. You often get a lot of bites there, hey? The water's coming off this sandbar
Yeah.
and coming in here, and then the same thing's happening on the other side over there. It's coming off that sandbar and it's
Yeah.
both funneling together.
Yeah.
There's
yeah.
quite a deep channel out there, but there's a lot of current.
A lot of wind pressure on my rod.
Oh yeah, I know, I can feel it pushing.
It's trying to pull it out of my hand, yeah.
If you'd like to learn how to read a beach in much more detail, make sure that you check out my YouTube video titled How to Read a Beach. Now we've got lots of nice, healthy, fresh yabbies there now. They've been revived. But I'm thinking
Try a worm.
I might switch to a worm
Yep.
and toss it a little bit further out.
Okay.
Just give it a go.
I won't do that just yet because this sinker won't hold it. It'll blow me right
No.
down there. But give it a crack, see what happens.
Yeah, I can give it a crack. So we've probably had a bait in the water for 7 or 8 minutes maybe.
You'd think with the way the water's rolling off that edge,
Yeah.
they'd be just near it.
Yeah, well, that's why I kind of like the look of that edge over there, but I'll put a worm on. The bottom's got a few ridges in it. I can feel it when I put my sinker in it. It's almost like it feels like it hits a rock. But you know how you get like these?
Be corrugated, yeah.
Yeah, the bottom's corrugated. See, look, I've still got
Still got it, yeah.
the yabby. So I've still got my yabby, but I'm going to swap over to a worm. The worms we got were not huge, but still they're a good sized worm to catch a whiting or a brim. So I'm just going to find where his mouth is and feed him a hook. I'll put him on there. Just going to pull it up the line a bit. I'm going to be a little bit gentle. I'm trying to keep the hook in the middle of the worm. So that's not too bad. So I'm going to actually cut that off about there. I'll put that back in there and then I'll throw that bit of worm out. There certainly is a lot of wash out there, but we'll see what happens with this little wormy. Just want to wait till the water recedes a little bit so I can walk a bit further down and get a little bit more distance in my cast. Yeah, well that's going to get right out there. Yeah, that's good.
Okay, I've switched to a worm.
No, I got a fair bit of distance then, Laurie.
Yeah, you got a worm on?
Yeah, I got a worm on.
Yeah, I'm trying a worm as well.
I got a fair way out. I got right off the corner of that white water. Was that a bite? I'm pretty sure that was a bite. If you are not getting any bites, initially it is always good to mix it up and cast in different positions on the beach, close to shore, further out, next to a sandbar, etc., to try and locate where the fish are. Okay, so I've had a bite on the worm. I didn't get a bite on the yabby. I might not have much bait left. It wasn't a big bite. Just, you know, like a little machine gun fire. You know when you get that little kind of like that?
Small whiting.
But it was a bite. So I think I better wind in. You can see something's had a whack at that worm It's all kind of loose hanging off the hook, so I think I'll leave that on there and put a bit more worm on. I'll just thread that on the hook like that and get a bit more worm. Maybe the second half of that worm I used before.
Well, they're taking our bait.
Yeah, you lost some bait, did you?
I did. He gone.
Okay. Well, something is there. Chuck him back out again.
Righto. Bring home the prize.
All right. We'll see what happens this time. Oh! I think you've got one, haven't you? Well, that's a very whippy rod.
It's a whippy rod. Very small fish.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Is that a little whiting? Ha, ha, ha. Yoo-hoo!
I should have been more specific. Big home the big prize. Oh well. Okay, so nice little whiting. Little being the opposite word. Whee! So we'll put him back. There you go. So clearly they're there. We'll see whether they are any bigger ones. Okay, try again.
He'd make a good live bait, Laurie.
Yeah, he would. Next time. I'm not really geared up for that, but yes,
Yeah.
he would. He pretty much, he was onto that as soon as that hit the water before. I felt it, go rat-a-tat, then I waited and he came back.
Now you're on the edge and I'm right out the back. So we'll see what difference that makes.
Yep. Interesting. Worms over yabbies.
We both had a bite on the worm.
Yep.
It doesn't mean the yabbies won't work yet. We can try them in the yabby. Just looking at the time.
I tell you what though, small whiting, big yabby like that, would that be intimidating, you reckon? Probably not. They'd go it.
Yeah, I think they would. My line just went slack then, so usually often that you'll get a bite and they'll swim in with it. It's a busy beach, this one, isn't it, Laurie?
It is.
You know what? You hope you're going to get one of those really solid bites, eh?
Yeah, I just had 3 or 4 little brr, brr, brr.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting that now, actually. Yeah, there's lots of tiny little nibbles. I just had a couple then.
They're hungry.
There's such a big bow in the line from the wind.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Yeah, and also to set the hook.
Get used to the feel of it and you'll know straight away.
Yeah, yeah.
That was definitely a very small whiting, probably half the size of that other one again. Okay, here we go. This time for sure.
I don't like having my line out there and not being sure that I've had a bite already, huh? Whoa!
Oh, wow. They're biting. They're onto it straight away.
Yeah, look at that, mate. Look at that. Yeah. That's how much is left.
Yeah.
That's all that's left. Those little fellas nibbling at it. I'm going to chuck in a bit closer where Laurie's been. I've just chucked out about the same distance as you, Laurie.
They'll be onto it straight away.
Yeah, I'm getting a bite. I had a bite straight away, Laurie. I don't think I've got it. If I do, it's really small, but... Hey, Laurie.
I think we're in the nursery, Rog.
Laurie reckons we're at the nursery. Just little baby whiting. There must be a few of them out there, but we don't really want these little ones. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Just try and hold him. You can see the size of that. It's just a beautiful little fish. Let him go. You got a... Oh, is he bigger? Look at this guy.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I doubt it's any bigger. It'll be the same. Oh, maybe not. Yep, the same.
It's a bit bigger than my one.
Well, it may be 2 centimetres bigger. Okay. See you later, fella. Go grow up.
Little flick.
Now that's interesting. They really like the worms, as whiting do. But you'd think that they'd go for the yabbies. You think they'd go for the yabbies?
Yeah, we could try them again.
Yep, we're going to try the yabbies again.
That one I got was tiny. But you know, it took a size 2 long shank.
Again, see the method, Rog? I've got my line out at 90 degrees. You're pointing straight to it.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you mean like that?
Yeah, I tend to do this when I'm flathead fishing as well. I tend to see what happens easier.
I haven't had a nibble yet.
I think
Oh, I did then.
I've been had already.
I'll see if I've got any worm left. I don't know. I better pull it in.
Yep, I got had straight away and it was too small to hook up. Oh my gosh, they're tiny, these things.
No bait.
Been had.
There's got to be a big one in amongst them.
Well, I was hoping.
I'm actually going to go and get a yabby and throw it on.
Okay. Roger's going to try the yabbies again. I'll persist with the worms. There's got to be a big one out there somewhere. Yep. Small whiting. You know, I didn't even strike then. I just wound a bit faster. They are so small. We are definitely, there you go, the whiting of the worm. The worm's not that much smaller. Anyway, probably catch another one on that same worm. There you go, fella. See if I can get another one on the same bait. Oh, that was a good hit. I missed it.
You're getting a few nibbles, Laurie?
Yeah, plenty.
Let's just see what happens with this yabby.
Yeah. Oh, I got him that time. Oh, I thought I did. Yeah, I did.
Oh, you got one.
Well, that's hungry little critters. Second one on the same bait. Oh, look, I thought I might even be able to get a third one.
They are only little blokes, aren't they?
Oh, you need about a dozen of them to have a feed. I think you get in trouble taking them home, though. They're not legal. All right, not enough worm.
They hit the yabby straight away, Laurie.
Yeah?
Yeah, I had a bite on the yabby.
Well, the big ones should find the yabbies, I reckon.
I think I've lost my bait, but they did hit it. Yeah, look at that, yabby's gone.
Okay. Oh, yabbies are a great bait, but they come off very easily. They get nailed. I think this is actually going to turn on. There's going to be a lot more fish come in, but at this stage they're only small.
You go first, Laurie.
Don't mind if I do.
That, you can see the The gutter's filling up a little bit with the tide coming in.
It's going to get ferocious in a minute. We'll be pulling them in one after the other, I'm sure. But they're only so small. Bang. See that?
You got a bite already?
Yeah, big bite.
That quick?
I think. Hey, Rog, this might be a flatty.
Really?
Yeah, because I've got one big bite. Oh
Yeah.
no, it's a whiting. Oh well, so much for my,
Oh, it's a whiting.
my goodness. Wonder what the other guys are thinking.
Where is he? Laurie and I aren't standing right next to each other because with the strong wind we're holding our lines out to the side, holding it down lower. We can feel the bites a bit better. So normally we'd stand right next to each other because we love having a chat while we're fishing. There hasn't been any edible sized ones yet.
Doesn't mean they're not there. I reckon they'll be there. They're just, I don't know. They're watching the little ones.
Hey Loza, I left the big nipper. I left the big nipper on him. Look at that.
Okay.
There's a little bit of a, like a flag.
Yeah. It'll work.
How long will it take to get a bite? That's the question. Did you get a bite straight away again before?
Yeah, look. Bang, bang. Straight away.
There he is.
Oh my gosh. Same.
I think they're liking the worms more than the yabbies, Loz.
They're easier to swallow. I think that's what it is. These fish are small and these worms are small, so they're very easy to swallow.
I pelted it out the back this time, Laurie, because we know what's in here.
Not what?
There might be something bigger lurking around out there.
You know, I reckon if you had a bigger, uglier bait, you could probably drag something in on the bottom.
I've just pelted my line out the back a bit further. We've been catching a lot of these little baby whiting, which is great to have some fun catching the little whiting, but none of them have been big enough to eat, unfortunately. We're hoping in the next few minutes we might catch something decent, but it's been awesome. And we've met a few other people on the beach as well. So make sure that you like and subscribe because it really helps my channel, and I'll see you very soon in the next video.